Okay. Does this look like a vlog to you? Yeah. That was the idea. Notice I said I might. There's a reason. Keep doing this and stuff keeps happening. So I thought I could talk about some of what we're going to talk about tonight, as well as some other things. While I did some reading and while I kind of showed you some of my favorite things in town and what I'm up to right now. And I was going to start with this project I have. We have a family friend getting married. Her dress is 4 inches too long. It has 16,432,716 layers. Okay, so it has about 10. But it feels like 16 million. Anyway, so guess who gets to hem it? But also, this very full, flowy, it's really funny. There's tons of layers, but it isn't like an antebellum skirt. It actually, it drapes very nicely and just barely sticks out at all. It's very drapey. It's got netting, and the netting is just, it's drapey instead of stiff. There's just no really other way to put it. It drapes beautifully. So it's a stunning dress, but there's a problem with it in that the lining, the very inner two linings, two of them, they're as straight as an arrow. There's no way that this bride can dance in this dress. And this bride is going to dance. I mean, she's wearing Converse, okay? She is ready. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So tonight I thought, okay, I'm going to at least do those 2 layers because I have to split the seam and, you know, put slits in the things. And, you know, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Yeah. I got the hem cut off and I got the seams all split. I got 2 of them hemmed, you know, the seams where the splits are now, and went to do the 3rd, and I ran out of white thread. Lots of people wouldn't think that was weird, but guys, I was a seamstress for about 10 years. I don't know what it's like not to have at least 5 spools of white, black, and navy at all times. Cream too, and beige/tan, at least 2 or 3, right? But specifically black, white, and navy, and probably ivory. 5 minimum. I searched. There's just none in the house. So I had to stop in the middle of my work, which I don't want to do because this is chiffon, and so as soon as you cut it, it starts to fray and it's ready to go, and I have to stop. So I like rolled it all together and I put it back in the little pink bag that it came from the bridal shop, and I'm like, oh great. So, but there also went my plans. I wasn't going to show that part because I didn't think that was nearly as fun. I was going to wait till I got to there's 1 layer of organza, and then there's just lots of layers of tulle that I have to just cut and cut and cut. And so I'm like, I'm going to do that because that'd be kind of fun, you know? Yeah, well, so much for that. But part of that video, which I don't know what I'm going to do now, but part of that video was going to be, so I'm right now, this one, I have at least 10 chapters more that is done. Been listening to it while I've been working. And I've got at least 10 more chapters. I don't know how many hours I have left, but I'm going to guess listening. I started listening because working on that, but mostly because it was such a slog to get through all that political stuff that listening to it made it easier. So, okay. But the thing is like 27 hours. So it's a long, long thing. And I think I'm under 10 for sure now. That feels like almost nothing. Anyway, so I have that, but then, and it'll be done by the end of the month. No big deal. Then I have this one, No Space Like Home. I am about halfway through, maybe slightly less. Really having so much fun with this whole Oz in space thing, and I just don't like The Wizard of Oz, and I love what Dell did, and I'm getting to see Dell's humor, and it's really nice to kind of have that connection with a friend you can't connect with anymore. So that's really cool, and I'm really enjoying it. But this will be done in a day or 2. And then all of a sudden my throat's dry. And then this one, I'm over halfway done, and I think it's going to be 2-3 days, and it will be done. At the most. I mean, if I only read those 3 right now, these will be done tomorrow night or Friday night. So, or I guess it would be tonight or Friday night. It's 1 a.m, and I'm like, for me, it's still Wednesday until I go to bed at 6 a.m. on Thursday. So tonight or tomorrow night, these 2 will be done. That's an awful lot of days left. That's a week left of what am I going to read now? So I looked around and I was like, I kind of want to challenge myself. And that's when I realized there are books that I own that I've been avoiding for various reasons. So I pulled out 5 different genres. I made myself limit to 5 because there's no way I'll read all 5. So pulling out more just makes no sense. But I don't see why I can't read 2 or 3. And 1 I'm pretty sure I've started, but I don't think I finished, and I know I didn't read it on Goodreads, so I want to start it over anyway so that I can do that. But yeah, so I have different genres. So I'm going to look at what the book is, its genre, everything, what it's about, why I bought it, and why I'm avoiding it. And then maybe you guys can help me figure out which one, or maybe just talking about it will help me figure out which one to go for first. So I'm trying to think. I wonder if I can do this in order of the longest I've had them. I made myself choose things that I've had for quite a while. I think this might be the order, but these top 3 could be shuffled anywhere. But I'm pretty sure the bottom 2 are correct. They're the ones that I've had the longest of this stack. I did definitely. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot there's this one too. So I actually have 6, I guess. But I'm pretty sure this one might be the newest. So well, let's go with the newest. And we're just going to go from newest to oldest. And what I didn't want to do is just automatically choose the oldest because it's the oldest. That doesn't make sense. So here we go. Get my glasses. I will probably need them. And first up, Andrew Wilson, Death in a Desert Land. Now, I know I got this on Book Outlet along with another one by him. I know I was looking for mystery, and they sounded good. I know nothing about this author. Nothing. So, I don't know if we're going to be dealing with smut, language, anything. I know nothing. So, if you know that I'm not going to like this because of content, please tell me. If you know I'm not going to like it because it's a terrible book, please tell me. But I bought it because it was a mystery and it sounded good, and I was looking for more authors. And I think I was getting close to the limit, so I'm like, well, let's find a couple more mysteries, I feel like my mom read them, but I don't know if she liked them. She didn't say, so she didn't love it. The only thing she really tells me about are things that she absolutely loves, or if she utterly hates it. She's only done the utterly hate twice. She did not like The Blue Cloak by Shannon McNear, and she didn't like... can't remember. She didn't like reading my C.S. Lewis's. She liked the content. She didn't like reading them because, and I quote, they don't know how to spell. They need to get a better spell because they're the British. And so, realize, favor, all the, yeah, my mom, she is, yeah. Bless her heart. No, seriously, I understand. It's frustrating when it's not spelled the way you're accustomed to because it jerks you out every time. I get that. But on the other hand, he's British, so I really can't complain, right? Anyway, so I don't know what this is about, but we're going to find out. So, mystery. Bought it because I think I bought it. A, I knew I wanted more mystery, but B, I think I bought it because I was looking for a way to fill up the cart for free shipping. But don't quote me on that. Anyway. Oh my goodness. So this project might have just failed. Oh my gravy. How did I not know this? Did I not read the background, or have I just forgotten? So the back says, I'm Mrs. Christie. I think you are expecting me. Baghdad, 1928. Okay, can I just stop right there and say, now it was in the 50s, late 50s, I think, but one of my favorite Agatha Christie books is They Came to Baghdad. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, Agatha Christie has traveled to the excavation of the ancient Mesopotamian city of Ur to investigate an unsolved mystery 2 years ago. The explorer and writer Gertrude Bell died there from a drug overdose. At the time, the authorities believed that Bell had taken her own life, but a letter recently unearthed reveals she was afraid someone intended to kill her. Upon arrival, Agatha encounters Miss Bell's former rival, the enigmatic archaeologist Mrs. Woolley, as she is on the cusp of making a potentially lucrative discovery. Temperamental but brilliant Mrs. Woolley quickly charms the famous novelist, but Agatha cannot ignore the possibility that her new friend might be the murderer. As Agatha stealthily begins to gather information, she discovers that her mission is not without considerable risks. With the killer poised to strike again, Agatha must use all of her skills to outwit a devilishly cunning adversary determined to stay hidden in the desert sands. I think I will cry if someone tells me that this is a terrible book. Oh my goodness. How did I not know this? See, this is what I did. When I went in there, I just looked for books that I have been avoiding, and I didn't look at anything about them. I just grabbed them and moved along. So this is option 1. Put it on top of Newton. Okay, no, I'm going to behave. Although I confess I will probably read that. Okay, next up is Susan Sleeman, Seconds to Live. I'm pretty sure that I got this. This is book 1. I'm pretty sure I got this in one of those CBD book boxes. So that would be why I bought it. I've heard nothing but good about it. So I do not know why I'm avoiding reading it. I have no idea. Why wouldn't I read something I heard nothing but good about? Maybe because I don't own the rest? I don't know. It doesn't take that long for them to arrive. I'm just saying. There's always audio. I truly have no idea. Especially since Seconds to Live, this is a countdown. This is one of those, you've got limited time and you've got to hurry. Those are like my favorite. I really don't know. It's Bethany House, so it's not Thomas Nelson, so I'm not avoiding it for that. I truly do not know why I'm avoiding it, but every time I go to reach for it, I move past. And actually, I think I just figured it out. You know why I'm avoiding this book? This is it on the shelf. You pull it out. This is the front. I find this totally unappealing. It doesn't grab me. I don't look at this and go, ooh, I want to know about this. It's just like the cover does nothing for the book. It does not sell the book. I couldn't care less about this cover. It's the cover. Okay, what's it about? Let's find out what it's about. I'm telling you, the next one makes 0 sense. I mean, 100% 0 sense. Anyway. Okay, the seconds are ticking down before someone dies. Okay, when cyber criminals hack into the U.S. Marshals Witness Protection Database and auction off witnesses' personal details to the highest bidder, the red team, I'm assuming this is why this is red, led by Agent Sean Nichols, begins a high-stakes chase to find the hacker. But before he can even get started, the first witness is targeted and barely escapes with her life. Sean believes Phantom, an obsessed hacker who previously outwitted the top minds in the field, is behind the attack, and Sean needs this witness's help, as she's the person who has come closest to discovering his identity. The trouble is, she's under the care of U.S. Marshal Taylor Mills, and Sean is reluctant to work with the captivating Marshal who knows his deepest secrets. Oh joy, oh joy. Anyway, but Phantom is out to get them, and oh boy, I cannot tell you which one grabs me more. I truly cannot answer that question. Based on the synopsis, no way. Cover? Totally. This one. This is a complete package. It has a lovely cover. It has a, great synopsis. Oh, and by the way, it has one of my favorite characters and an allusion to one of my favorite books. I mean, but cyber crimes? Yes. U.S. Marshals? Yes. A ticking clock? Yes. A hideous cover? Yeah. I mean, some people probably love the cover, okay? And if you do, everybody's different, Some people like orange and other people like purple. It's okay. It just does nothing for me. This does many things for me. And other people will hate it. I'm okay. But seriously, if these were on the shelf and I had to pick one, I'd be closing my eyes and just pulling the first one off that I touched. Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Anyway, so there's those. I'm fine. Everything is just totally fine. Yeah. Okay. This one, like I said, this makes absolutely 0 sense. And like I said, I know I've started it. Yours truly, Thomas, by Rachel Fordham. This is a partially epistolary novel. It's historical. I love epistolary. I love historical. It's got a beautiful cover. I'm just throwing that out there. I love Rachel Fordham. What is my problem? I don't know. I don't know what is my problem. I bought it because of the title. Yours truly, Thomas. See, I have this epistolary series I've been working on since like 2017, I think it is. It's like a dating service, but they have to use snail mail. And I thought that would be really fun. So they're completely 100% epistolary, at least until the end. I haven't decided if I'm going to give them a regular chapter at the end or not. I can't decide. Part of me says yes. Other part of me says no, stick to, I don't know. But they are Dear One, because we need a Dear One letter, right? And with love, Isaac. And then P.S. So we have this, right? The salutation, the greeting, salutation, greeting. I don't know. We have the parts of the letter. Let's go with that. But so this, I think I saw this shortly after I came up with that idea and was like, oh, look, it's even got a similar title thing. What year did this come out? I think I talked to her. This is 2019. I think I talked to her about the book or two that came after this. Something of Azure Springs, I think, came before this, and then there was this one. I think that's why I stopped reading it, because of the Azure Springs. I was supposed to read that first, and I'm like, I forget this. I'm just, and then I never did it. So, something about Azure Springs and this, and then there was one about a dentist's assistant who was there to be basically a companion to the ladies who go into the office, because we have to be, proper. But this one, seriously, why? I know now. It's Azure Springs. I'm pretty sure that one came first, and this one is kind of semi-connected. Forget it. I need to get back to this one. So, there's no excuse for why I haven't read it. I just know that every time I went to pull it off, I just moved past it, and it didn't make sense until I started talking about it. This is why I decided to do this. I figured I would figure out some of these reasons, and that was the reason for this one. So I think it's possible then, because that was right around this time I first started using Goodreads again. So it's entirely possible. I think there's a page, something. Oh, there's a page bent. I think it came with a dog-eared page. That's sad. I didn't give him permission to do that. Anyway, right around then is when I started using Goodreads. again. So this could actually be on my currently reading Goodreads shelf. That would be kind of fun to pull something off of that again. Anyway, so there's that one, right? Okay, this one is totally embarrassing. So it is You Belong With Me, Tari Faris. I bought it because of that spine. I thought that spine was utterly beautiful. And I really, I was sitting working at the lighthouse and decided, yes, I like that. And I had no idea what it was about. I don't even remember this front. Because I'm just going to be honest, there's a really good chance that if I paid attention to this front, I wouldn't have bought it. I mean, this is contemporary romance. This is why I avoid it. Because I see that, I pull it out, I look at that cover, and I go, and I push it back in. So I either need to read this, or I need to give it away so that someone who enjoys, right? So tell me why I should read this book. If you've read it, if it's good. I don't hate romance so much that I won't read it. It's not my go-to. And so I tend to kind of avoid. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Realtor Hannah Thornton has many talents. Unfortunately, selling houses isn't one of them. Okay. I'm going to say right up front that I read the first Realtor Hannah Thornton has many talents, and I was like, I don't care. Already, I don't care. But then, unfortunately, selling houses isn't one of them. That's good. That's good. Okay. This is so weird. Okay, it says, when a business tycoon determines to raise historic homes in the small town of Heritage, Michigan, and replace them with a strip mall, Hannah resolves to stop him. She sets about helping Heritage win a restoration grant that will put the town back on the map and hopefully restore her disgraced family name, but she'll need help to do it. As a foster kid, Luke Johnson never felt he truly belonged. Now he has a chance to earn his place in his hometown, but he doesn't anticipate how his relationship with Hannah will set into motion events that reveal the truth about who he is and who he was. Okay. Guys, I've read this book. Not only that, but as far as romances go, I kind of liked it. I mean, I probably would have given, I'm sure I didn't do this on Goodreads, but I bet you if I had, I'd given it at least 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was a fun story. I don't remember what his back pass was, but I knew before I got to it, reading it, that he had this back pass, and it has something to do with the town, and it's going to all come out and all this thing. I remember Hannah, and I remember it all. So this one is out of the running. I enjoyed it, but this isn't one I plan to keep. I think the reason I don't remember this cover, and I only remember this, is I think I actually read this on Kindle. So I'm wrong. This one, no, this one's out of the running because, yeah, no, little free library or something. If somebody needs it, let me know. I can mail it. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's so embarrassing. Oh, well, everybody needs a little embarrassment now and then. You have no brain, yeah. What can I say? Okay, next up is The Memory Thief. My friend, I saw this, I read about it, I thought it sounded cool, and I told my friend about it. I said, look, doesn't that look cool? And yeah, she sent it to me. And that was so sweet of her. Wait till I tell you about it, because it's really cool. It's the synopsis on Amazon is what got me, and the cover is beautiful. Okay, I won't pretend it's not, but what got me was the synopsis. I was excited. I told her, like, look, doesn't this look? And next thing I know, it's at my house. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. My mom read it first. I was in the middle of reading other things for, reviews, and so I didn't have time to read it. My mom read it. I believe my mom thought it was cool. It's not really her thing. Fantasy, that kind of thing isn't really her jam. And then I discovered, I'm pretty sure this is YA. So I either discovered it's YA or something made me suspect it's YA. And I do tend to, I don't want to say avoid YA because that's not true, but I'm much less likely to pick up YA. And I want to love it so much that I have not read this book because I'm afraid I won't like it. That's stupid. Okay, that is just stupid. But it's the truth. Okay, so let's find out what The Memory Thief is about. This is Lauren Mansy. She's not Hansy, she's Mansy. The past is a maze. She is the key. It's always a risk to play with memories when you can't help but sink into a sea of others' wishes, hopes, and dreams. But if losing myself means saving my mother, isn't it worth it? Yeah. Okay. I think that is another part of it. This is also written in first person present tense. I remember that now. That's another for me. And so again, the reason I haven't read it is I want to love it. And I'm afraid that some of these things are going to make me not love it. And so, but I mean, come on, my friend gave me a book. I should read this gift. What is wrong with me? Okay. All right, Fight to Remember. In the city of Krawick, memories reign. The power-obsessed ruler of the city, Madame, has cultivated a society in which memories are currency, citizens are divided by ability, and gifted individuals can take memories from others through touch as they please. 17-year-old Etta Lark, is desperate to live outside of the corrupt culture, but she grapples with the guilt of an accident that has left her mother bedridden in the city's asylum. When Madame threatens to put her mother up for auction, a Krawick practice in which a criminal's memories are sold to the highest bidder before being killed, Etta will do whatever it takes to save her, even if it means rejoining the Shadows, the rebel group she swore off in the wake of the accident years earlier. To rescue her mother, Etta must prove her allegiance to the Shadows by stealing a memorized map of the maze, a formidable prison created by the bloodthirsty ruler of a neighboring realm. Etta faces startling attacks, unexpected romance, and above all, her own past as she uncovers a conspiracy that challenges everything she knew about herself and the world around her. In a place where nothing is what it seems, can Etta ever become more than a memory thief? And then there's even a super cool map. First person present. First person present. What do I do? But I really want to love this book. So does anyone know a reason why I won't outside of first person present? Is there going to be stuff in here, or is it boring? Or, I mean, I think Mom liked it. I'm sure she said that there were some things she didn't like because she didn't love it. And I know I asked her on that one. She didn't volunteer it. And I think there was stuff, but I don't know if that's one of the ones that she said, yeah, except for insert stuff. Oh, this book looks like it's gotten, it's had a brush with water. Bless its heart. Okay, this one is difficult. Okay, so I bought this at the SoCal Writers Conference. I'm pretty sure it was the one at the year we were at Biola, and it is signed. One of my, yeah, it was at Biola. One of my, oh man, it's bothering me that it's wet. Jobs at that thing. I was the moderator. Okay. And so Thomas Albaugh, who is in my ACFW group, he read from this book, and I was intrigued. And so I bought a copy of the book from him. He signed it to me very sweetly. And I was totally intrigued by it. But this was before he was in my ACFW group, or before I knew he was. I'm 3 hours away from my group. So once in a while back then, I didn't make it. I almost always made it every month, but once in a while I didn't. This was his book, and I'll read about it, and then I'll tell you why I haven't read it yet. Question reality. When a reality TV scout discovers Walter in a diner near the hospice where his father has been placed, his life has reached a low point. His father is dying, his college teaching career is under threat, and his life is adrift. The scout wants him for a reality show about religion. In a more self-assured period of his life, Walter would have rejected her questionable offer outright. But now he wavers and allows himself to be drawn in. Maybe this is the jolt of energy his life needs. Maybe, if the show succeeds, his university will be so impressed that they'll finally treat him with respect. Maybe the show will even be what the producers promised it will be, a serious inquiry into faith. Maybe he'll become famous. The show brings Walter attention, but for all the wrong reasons. He's misquoted, misinterpreted, misunderstood, and then shot after he's been dragged across the country in an increasingly frustrating and absurd series of challenges. Will his career and reputation survive the public protests? Will his marriage survive the hints of affairs on the road? Will any kind of reality emerge to restore his self-respect? Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds good. Okay? It sounds really good. I cannot imagine that this isn't going to be a good book. Thomas teaches at Azusa Pacific University. He teaches English, if I recall correctly. Does it say? Yes. Composition and creative writing since 2001. Okay, seriously, this guy, he can write. I know I've started some of it because I remember liking his writing, so I had to have started some of it. But that's why I have not finished. It's gotten wet. It just bugs me. Anyway, that's why I have not finished or really read it. I've read enough to get a feel for the writing. I have not actually read the book, and I can't tell you what it started with. But that's why I haven't. I haven't because what if I don't like it? This is a friend. I can't really call him a friend. I don't know him that well. But he is someone in my life whom I respect, and maybe I need to read this off Goodreads. Maybe this is one of the ones that I just need to read. Only I know I'm reading it. And then based on once I'm done and I know what I think of it, maybe then I can add it to Goodreads and add my review and all as well. And if I don't like it, I can just quietly put it aside. What do you think? What would you do? I mean, personally, I can give you my book and you can shred it and it's not going to offend me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Every book isn't for every person. I don't care if someone doesn't like my book. I really, truly don't. But most people aren't weird like me. You know, we put a lot of ourselves in our books, whether it's how much of our emotions went into making this work, or whether there's a piece of us in that character, or whatever it is. There's a lot that goes into writing a book, and I don't want to shred somebody. I don't want to shred anybody. I try to be kind with reviews, period. Even if I hated the book, I tend to try to at least be kind about saying, this one wasn't for me. But maybe I should read it off. And I don't know. What do you think? What do I do? So these are, obviously I'm not putting that one back because, no. But these are the books that I have. I can read at least one, probably two of them over the course of the next week. Maybe even three. We have Apocalypse TV, The Memory Thief, yours truly, Thomas. Time to Kill, is it? No, Death in the Desert Land and Seconds to Live. So we have suspense, mystery, historical romance. I think it's YA fantasy, and then general Christian fiction. Which one do I read? Which two? Which three? Which four? In love land with me, Mike. No. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But I've got to stop avoiding these books. There's no reason to avoid these books. This is dumb. Let's get beyond. I mean, even though there's reasons, there's not. Because I avoided that book all this time, it's been taking up precious space on my shelf for a book that I've already read. Yeah, I feel like an idiot. I am an idiot. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So, I don't know. I have to choose, and I would love your help. And I guess we'll find out what I do when I do it. But, yeah. These are 5 of the books that I've been avoiding for the last at least 2 years or more. Maybe 3. This one, it's been since 2017 or 2018 for sure on that one. This one around the same time. This one around the same time. This one's slightly newer, I think. And I think this is an older one, but I think I actually got it myself most recently. But whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just need help. Just asking for help. And I'll get back to you guys when I find out what I chose. But no, seriously, if you know a reason why I don't want to read one of these, I would love to know it so that I can not waste my time. I'll see you Monday.